After the pandemic, the biggest issue that we saw with chronic absenteeism nationwide, we saw students that didn't want to return to school. There was a lack of motivation.
Kids were complacent. Kids were used to staying at home. Our staff was spending hour upon hour just sending letters as home to our families. Families have been inundated with all sorts of information during COVID, when to send your kid, when not to send your kid, testing, what you need to do. So we felt like the letters were just gonna be something that got tossed away.
We knew that something had to be done, and we said, how do we do this systematically? What can we put in place? Number one, we're gonna make our phone calls. The next step is gonna be getting the counselors involved. If that wasn't doing it, the next thing was, of course, SART, admin meeting, then home visits.
As a district, we wanted to be the face of Alvord. To do that, we started Community Connection Days, and all of our team in educational services went out and visited homes.
We said, let's just go. If they're not coming to us, let's try to go to them and see what we can do to say we're here for you. To our great surprise, the families really liked having us go to the homes.
As a district, we decided we needed to take an approach where we're really building families up, we're making connections, making a shift from more punitive base to more restorative base.
When I had bad attendance and bad grades too, we're at the point where Mr. Fish, he wanted me to meet him and other people too. He was talking about my grades and my attendance and why it was happening, and I just had a lot of stuff going on.
Having an understanding of how we can better meet the needs of those specific populations is the beginning. Communicating not just on the phone, but out there hitting the ground and seeing what their living environment look like, what their community look like.
The stuff that goes on at home, it just be lingering on my mind. I'm just glad that I have them. If I didn't, I would have been falling apart still.
Through that personalized connection, we got to the deeper issue of why kids weren't coming to school. It was food insecurities, mental health issues, families losing their home and needed connections to temporary housing or things like that.
Identifying what the barriers were, utilizing the statistical information that we gathered to bring to the Student Review Board and assisting them and getting the students back to school was a primary task for our organization.
We are trying to streamline what we're doing to make sure that we're living our motto, and our motto is every student by name, every decision every day, and that guides all of our work.
It energizes me when I hear school sites trying innovative, out-of-the-box ideas to get their kids engaged and connected to their schools. We've had elementary schools try Saturday schools, which is something that in my 20 years in the district, I don't recall happening on a consistent basis.
We said, if these kids are not attending school, why don't we get them to come Saturdays? We would email the parents, we would text them when Saturday Academy is, and they came. It's surprising to a lot of people that kids would come and sit and do academics, but they do. We have the library, it's a wonderful atmosphere. A lot of our English learners, newcomers come, they ask for help. And so we help them. We bring a bilingual aide who sits specifically with them and helps them. We have an arts program. We have sports going on. We have kids who come just to play basketball and connect with each other. When we started Saturday Academies, I think we had about 67, 68 students come to the very first one. And then there was a time second semester when we had close to 300 students there.
It's just building those relationships and connecting our families and our school. Because once they're here, our teachers are amazing and they'll keep them engaged, but it's just getting them here.
Everyone trying to find ways to really connect the kid, like the carrot and the stick, whether it's a gift that they can get or something they can earn, an activity.
We said for 10 days, if you come to school every single day without being tardy or absent, we will give you a Feisty pet. Over time, it evolved to where I dressed up as a fairy. I would go into the classrooms and have music playing. They never knew when the fairy was coming, so they had to be there to see the fairy, because they love the fairy. It was just to recognize those kids that were there every single day, not absent and not tardy for that month. And it worked.
What we were able to do in our site was have like a student store. So students would earn points or dollars for just coming to school. They were able to redeem those for prizes, different supplies, whatever we had in stock. The little kids are always asking, it's like, hey, when do we get to go shop at the store? So I'd let them know, like, hey, you know, it might be tomorrow, it might be next week, right? So you can't miss any day. They still earn it even if they're late. It's changing that narrative to, you know, I'm glad that you're here, right? I'm just glad that you made it. That's all that matters.
Every school, district-wide, all 23 schools improved their chronic absenteeism. We came out of differentiated assistance for many of our subgroups, and the number of students we're seeing with satisfactory or excellent attendance is increasing district-wide.
I think the biggest thing is just really acknowledging the work that our staff does on a daily basis with our families. They're the ones that are making the connections. They're the ones that are connecting with our students every day. And now that we've created this awareness campaign, they are making an effort to have those conversations with our students, every student, every day.
So our attendance team got together, kind of just created a list and said, oh wow, like this day we had a whole lot of kids out. Let's do something fun on that day. Filling up over 600 water balloons, and I wore sweatpants and a sweatshirt because it was 60 degrees outside, and my hockey helmet. And any kid who showed up to school that day on time got to throw a water balloon at the principal.